Okay, this is Kim Willis, and this is my first Facebook Live session in the SOS group, in the Simple Online Success group. So it's an experiment, see how it goes. If it goes well, okay, maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do a series of them, I don't know. But if it bombs, well, that's okay. It's just a one-off experience anyway, so no big deal. But I've got the topic for today is, if I had my time over again, what would I do differently? Well, that's the question. I've been doing this online thing for 10 years. Started in 2006, so I'm actually into my 11th year. It was October 2006 when I got started. So I guess that makes me a veteran. And although I had some very quick results, within the first month I was making full-time money. I've had my ups and downs. I had all sorts of crazy things happen to me over that 10-year period. It wasn't always plain sailing. Business life is a reflection of the real life, your personal life. So anything can happen. There can be all sorts of personal crises and issues there that can impact on your business life and so on. That said, I look back quite fondly on the last 10 years. However, if I had my time over again, there are a few things that I would do differently. So I've got 4 of them. There's probably a few more than that, but I've got 4 of them for you right now, just to get you thinking, and hopefully you can get some value from that. I'm sure you will. So let me look at the first one. Let's talk about the first one. The first one is branding. If I had my time over again, I would have started branding myself very early, right from day one. What happened was that I didn't do any branding. I didn't understand attraction marketing or any of that sort of stuff. That came a couple of years later when I read a book by a guy called Mike Dillard, Magnetic Sponsoring. Perhaps you've heard of it. And that was a bit of an eye-opener for me, and a bit of a game changer. Changed my thinking, and from that point I started to think much more about building my brand and establishing more of an online presence, creating some authority, etc. So that was more than 2 years after I started. So that was 2008, 2009, something like that. And how did I do it? Well, I got a blog. I set up a blog. I didn't know much about blogging. I didn't know anything about blogging. But I learned trial and error, stumbled along, and I started creating a bit of content. It wasn't very good content. It was rubbish. Looking back now, it's rubbish. At the time, I probably thought, oh, it's not too bad. It's quite good. But what I found was, even though in reality the content wasn't great, what it did do, it helped to. It didn't get me any leads or traffic or anything like that. But what it did was it helped to give me some posture, some credibility. Now, today, we've got a lot of other options, a lot of other ways to build our brand. You can do it on social media. You don't even need a blog. You can get yourself a YouTube channel and start doing videos. That will help to build your brand and get you more credibility. Because what I found was that after I started building my brand, 2 to 3 years after I started the home business thing, I noticed that although I wasn't getting any more traffic or leads, my conversions improved. More people wanted to do business with me. So if I had my time over again, number one, I'd build my brand virtually from the get-go. Now some people say, I haven't got any success. I have no credibility anyway because I'm brand new. I've got no success. I understand that. I do. But there are ways of establishing authority without necessarily being at that point where you're successful, right? You can do it by sharing other people's content. You can do it by sharing other people's stories or tips or ideas. You can do all sorts of things like that. See yourself more as a conduit, right? A messenger, a reporter, somebody who brings the nuggets to your ever expanding audience.